All right, folks, welcome back to the TNT show. We got just a little bit of, honestly, we just finna rant and ramble here for a little bit. So just stick in, stay tuned. We're going to get right into it.
Yeah, right out the gate. I mean, I'd say probably the most interesting thing is probably the Saints quarterback room. And just as a whole, what are they doing? What are their plans? What do you think? You think you roll with
Uh,
Tyler Shook? I mean, you drafted him.
um, I guess it just depends on what that QB battle looks like. If Tyler Shook looks like the best and he's giving you the best in practice, then he's your guy. But if he goes out there and you know, it's a mess, then you got to go with whoever your second string is.
Or do you roll Spencer Rattler to start off with?
I mean, like Coach said, he's gonna let them battle it out and see who's gonna get the starting spot. Whoever he picks to be the starting quarterback is gonna be picked for a reason. So
here's the four options. They got Hunter Deckers, Jake Hayner, Spencer Rattler, and Tyler Shook. That's your quarterback room.
I mean, with the two
So
there, I mean, you got to think probably
you basically got four rookies.
in a sense.
I mean, no, I'm being serious. Three of them are rookies. Jake Hayner's only been in the league for 2 years. I mean, Spencer Rattler's been there for one, but
He got to play some
so
football last year though, so he kind of, he has a good idea
yeah.
or a good grasp for that matter.
So I don't know. Do you? I mean, it's hard to justify or however you want to call it, but do you think that they are regretting not taking somebody else?
It's tough to say right now. It depends on how the season plays out. If the season plays out and they only win like 2 games, of course they're going to regret not taking
Whoever.
whoever.
I mean, everybody's saying they should have took Shador, but you don't really know who's to say he's gonna play any better. You don't know.
Exactly.
I feel bad for some guys. They do have their whole team is just I don't know. I mean, the first 2 games of the season last year, they looked like they were about to be unstoppable, and then everybody got hurt.
Yep. Definitely got to get a feature in the what if podcast we're going to do somewhere down the road.
Yeah, I mean they do have another quarterback. They could roll Taysom Hill.
I don't think you got to do that. I feel like for sure he can't be a full-time quarterback.
So, well,
He's more of a gadget guy.
do you think they're going to get anybody?
No.
You think they're just going to roll with what they got?
Yep. It wouldn't make any sense to go get anybody. I mean, you got 4 quarterbacks in there already. Let them battle it out. Whoever gives you the best, roll with it until you feel like you need to make a change.
So, but yeah, I think it's either Spencer Rattler or Tyler Shook, in my opinion. So, the next big thing is the whole Trey Hendrickson thing. He said he's not going to play under his current contract, which there's a lot of, talks going on that, he should be honoring his contract that he signed. He wants more money. And he said publicly that he is not going to play under his current deal. To me, it's crazy that somebody would throw away $20 million. I know I wouldn't do that, but how do you feel about that?
So I try
He's
to
had
have a different.
back-to-back years with 17 and a half sacks.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying that all he is a pass rusher. All he can do is rush the passer. He can't stop the run. He's terrible in pass defending the pass.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Stopping the run. I'm sorry. Stopping the run. Rephrase that word. Yeah. Let me start over. So he's terrible in stopping the run. All he can do is rush the passer. He can't stop the run.
Well, I mean,
So if that is the case, I can kind of understand. And he's older. He's going to be 31. So I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit of both. I think you should play out your current contract and then talk discussions. But apparently, they've been offering him money. He just didn't like it. So I don't know.
So again, my perspective, which like I said, I try to have a different perspective about it, is like you said, back-to-back seasons with 17 and a half sacks. Now, of course, people's knock on him is, oh, well, he can only rush the passer. He can't stop the run. Well, I mean, he's a defensive end. I mean, most defensive ends their main focus is getting to the quarterback, you know? Obviously, if he's if he has the ability to make the play and, let's say tackle a running back in the backfield or stop him from breaking off a big run, then that's great. If he doesn't, then, I mean, he still has something that he brings to the table that's a premium, which is getting after the quarterback. Most defensive ends, you don't really, ask them to defend the run. That's a defensive tackle's main concern is defending the run and stopping runs.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I agree at both standpoints. Yeah. I think, you made a commitment. You signed a contract saying that you were going to play for such and such for this long. So
Yeah,
I get it. But it's like we've talked about. They just paid. I see his frustration. He's been there longer than any of them, and he hadn't got paid yet. You paid, no disrespect to T. Higgins. I love T. Higgins. But he's had back-to-back seasons where he's only played half the season.
true. But you did make a good point. He is older. The three guys that got paid have something in common. They're all young. They haven't
They're
even
all
hit
young.
their prime yet.
They're all young. So, and that's a lot of money tied up into the three of them. And it's like you said, maybe they made a mistake paying T. Higgins. I
We'll
don't know.
find out. That's hindsight. That's just that was my personal opinion. But again, it's an opinion. I could be wrong.
But you could have took that money and built on the defense. Or you could have took that money and paid Trey Hendrickson. It's splitting it down the middle because it's not like they gave T. Higgins a lot of money. They gave him what? How much was it? 100 mil?
I mean, I kind of gave him a lot of money.
Well, how much was it? Do you remember?
I don't exactly remember, but I know it was a good amount.
So, I mean, either way, apples to apples, him or Trey Hendrickson probably would. So basically, T. Higgins got his contract. Let me put it that way. In a sense. So, I don't know. Like I said, I agree from both sides. I think he should have to play out his contract. I mean, if he doesn't want to play, I'd let him sit. You're not paying him regardless because I think if you don't play, your contracts are voided, or I don't know how all that works. But
Yeah, but if you let him sit, then you're wasting the prime opportunity to get some type of value back from him in a trade.
yeah, I don't know what they're waiting on. I don't know why they won't trade him or why they're not trading him. Or
Who knows?
obviously he's if what he says is true, he's not going to play. So if you're not going to pay him and he's not going to play, then why is he on your team? That's the way I look at it now. Like I said, I don't know.
It's about the best way to look at it.
But maybe trade him later on in the season. Maybe. I don't know. But jumping to the next one, we'll save the Caleb Williams one for last. Let's jump to the Olympic Games. They're supposed to vote on it. The owners are supposed to vote whether or not. I don't know if it's a majority or if it's team by team. I didn't really read too much into it. So, what do you think? I have my opinions on it. I personally, I would not let my franchise quarterback go over there and play. Sorry.
I mean, my opinion on the subject is, and like I said before, I compare the sports. I mean, because basketball does it, and they play full contact in the Olympics to some degree. Because obviously basketball isn't a high contact sport, but I mean, it kind of is. Just not like football. But again, it's flag football. It's on the table. They're having a discussion about it. Do I think they're going to do it? Probably not, because it's like you said, everybody has that fear in the back of their head. Like, oh man, what if he goes over there and, pulls something or tears something? Then,
Here's the way
we're
I
down
look
a,
at it. I know it's not the same. I know it's not the same thing. But let's look at it from the Pro Bowl instance. People don't play in that because what's the point? I
people
get it.
still playing it.
I mean, did you see who the quarterbacks were this year? It was pretty bad.
I don't think they were that bad now. Come on.
It was like Drake May and
What you
Lamar
trying to
didn't
say?
play.
You trying to say Drake May is bad?
Well, what I'm trying to say is the top guys don't want to play in it. It's pointless. Now, yes, I get the Olympics are different because yes, you could say, but who cares that you won a gold medal in flag football?
I mean, a gold medal is a
It's a
gold medal.
gold medal and gold. Well, easy now because I don't know about that.
A gold
But
medal is a gold medal. You went out and competed against other countries and you came out on top. A gold medal is a gold medal.
I would just be worried that my player would get hurt or, God forbid, somebody hurt them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I mean, like I said, it's like it's take the Pro Bowl for instance. I'm not saying it's meaningless, but I don't know if anybody would do it. I'm sure some people want to do it, but if I'm Kansas City, there's no way I'm sending Patrick Mahomes to wherever the Olympics are.
Well, just to be a completely fair, the Pro Bowl is pointless now because they took all the fun out of it. They took all the contact away. So it's like they turned it into Pro Bowl games. It's not even worth watching anymore.
Well, I mean,
Like,
even before then, the Pro Bowl was kind of pointless because I mean, what are you playing for?
well, hold on. It was getting that way because that was people's mindset. The league just got really soft. Like in the early 2000s, like with Sean Taylor
Yeah,
and them
Pro
when he
Bowl
was
meant
playing,
something. Like when
the
you
Pro
were a Pro
Bowl,
Bowler.
they messed around for about 3 quarters, but in that fourth quarter, it was serious. They were really playing. Nowadays, like it got to a point to where it was just all offense and barely any defense. There was nothing serious about it. That's why they went ahead and just said, well, it's pointless now. Let's just remove all the contact and turn it into something that nobody cares about.
Yeah, I didn't even watch it this year. I
Me
haven't
either.
watched the Pro Bowl in a long time.
I haven't watched the Pro Bowl since I couldn't tell
But
you when.
again, I don't know. It would be tough for me to send Patrick Mahomes, my franchise considered to be, I might the first time, just to get the ratings, maybe
Honestly,
send him and maybe like somebody else, maybe not a franchise quarterback. Because,
honestly, after they do it once, they're probably not gonna want to do it again anyways.
yeah, the Olympics are every 4 years, so I mean 2028, a lot of these guys may not even be in the league anymore.
Exactly.
So yeah, maybe you do it. Never mind. Maybe you do it. You could at least say, hey, I'm on the Olympics. I don't know. It would depend. Like you said, I'd probably leave it up to the player whether or not they wanted to do it or not.
Yeah, that was my take on it. Just, I mean, it's the players. It's their option at the end of the day whether or not they want to do it. You kind of are just the person who gives them the say so. Like, hey, yeah, it's fine by me. Just be extra careful, whatever, yada yada.
Yeah, if you get over here and it starts to get looking too physical, I'm pulling you immediately. But I don't know. So there are professional flag football teams. So I don't know. I don't know if like the NFL is going to have like pull. Because honestly, it's like I said, and I don't mean this in any disrespect to any flag football person, but who wants to see Roger Smith throw to Xavier McCutcheon? Who wants to see that? Nobody. But who wants to see Patrick Mahomes throw the ball to Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase in the Olympics? That'd be kind of cool.
That would be pretty dope.
Nobody wants to watch me and you go play in the Olympics.
Yeah, it's the only time
No
you.
disrespect. No disrespect. No disrespect.
That's really
But
the only time you can see premier players from different teams come together in one effort for the country. So it's
like
pretty
people were
cool.
saying though, and I understand this too. Flag football is a little bit different. There's different rules.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to keep it honest. If we send, I don't know how many people go. If we send the best players we got, we should win easily. It shouldn't even be close.
Yeah.
So just send the fastest people we got. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Wall, just send all of them.
I mean, I
They're not
guess.
going to be able to catch them. But then again, hey, these flag I've seen it. I've seen the flag football players play. They are pretty good. That quarterback did say he was better than Patrick Mahomes. So I don't know if I believe that, but
Well, they just know how to play within the rules of the sport that they play professionally. So, I mean, they could be better at professional flag football.
I think we'll send people, but I don't know how much they'll play. I think it's going to be more of a what's the word I'm looking for? A tick. I wouldn't say selling tickets, but kind of like that.
Yeah, it's a ratings thing, like you said.
It'd be for ratings, yeah. Like, hey, we're going to send Patrick Mahomes. We're going to send the best people we got, but they're probably not going to play a whole lot. So, like you said, they might play a little bit, but like I said, I'm not putting my franchise quarterback in a position where this is new. So I don't know. I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't do it, but that's my opinion. So saving this for last, Caleb Williams apparently is writing a book, and one of the things he's talking about is how he did not want to go to the Bears.
Don't blame him.
I don't either. I get it. I really get it. But you can. I mean, I guess you have the freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want. But I feel like you can't say that.
I mean, technically he can, even though I don't think he necessarily meant it to come out like that. But that's just how it came
Oh,
out.
I think you did. I don't think
Again, though, this
he
is
meant it like that.
in the age that we live in now, stuff gets blown out of proportion because social media just brings it out with no context
Yeah,
to it.
yeah. I mean, let's just be honest. You're the number one pick. You're going to the worst team. We talk about it all the time. Do you think he wanted to go to Chicago? Honestly, probably. If I guarantee, if you asked him, hooked him up to a lie detector test, I guarantee he would have told you that. Why would he wanted to go? Maybe he did because on paper they had a pretty good team. But here's a prime example. Do you think Bryce Young wanted to go to Carolina? Absolutely not. They suck.
Carolina was a dumpster fire even when he got there.
That's what I'm saying.
At
So
least the Bears made moves before they even brought Caleb Williams in.
that's what I'm saying. Imagine this. You are the best player in college football. You're going. I don't know. Well, let me hold on. You're the number one pick. You may not be the best, but you're the number one pick in the NFL draft. And man, you got to go to the Carolina Panthers or whatever the case may be, whoever the worst team is. I'm not going to lie to you. Would it suck? Yeah. The money's good. But I don't blame him.
Do you
you wanna go ahead.
do you think it's being blown out of proportion?
Yeah. Who cares? As a fan, I don't want to hear that my quarterback doesn't want to be there or didn't want to come here. I get it. But at the same time, I can't blame him.
Exactly.
I can't blame him. I mean, they suck. Historically, the Bears have made poor decisions. You know, yes, the most infamous one is taking Mitchell Trubisky and not taking Patrick Mahomes.
Again, that's a hindsight thing because
But again, yes, exactly.
in all
Because
honesty,
you could have told me Patrick Mahomes was going to win 3 Super Bowls, I'd have told you were an idiot. I never would have believed that. It just, unfortunately, it panned out for him exactly the way it needed to. Baker Mayfield said it best. When you're on a team with a good supporting cast and coaches that care, it makes the world of a difference. It really does. Now, it does depend on how you play. So, the Bears brought in a good coach in Ben Johnson. They did have to let some people go, but it's still there. I don't know. I don't know. I don't blame Caleb Williams. I don't. I get it. I mean, there have been a lot of first round picks, for number one picks that have went to god awful teams that, who knows what they could have been. So, I don't know. What do you think? If you were on the team, if you were on Chicago, and you look at social media and you see that your star quarterback went out and said this, how does that make you feel? Do you care or no?
I don't think you buy into it. I mean, again, it's a social media thing. Yeah, he might have said it, but it clearly came out and it didn't give you any context as to how it was
Would you
being
go
said.
talk to him
Obviously,
about it?
no, I wouldn't even. There's nothing to talk about. I mean, yeah, that's probably how he felt before he got drafted, but he's there now. He's committed to the team. I mean, yeah, no, I wouldn't think anything of it.
Yeah, I guess it's a tough conversation because I mean, honestly, what is there to talk about? Honestly, if you want me to be honest, you could probably go around. You could probably go around the organizations and probably there's probably you'll find somebody that doesn't want to be there. I guarantee it. Unless probably not for the Eagles or the Chiefs or good teams. But I guarantee if you went to Carolina, Jacksonville, somewhere like that, I guarantee there's people that don't want to be there.
Yeah, that's true.
So it is what it is. I get it. And I mean, honestly, I don't really blame him. If I was the number one pick, I wouldn't want to go to Carolina. Do you think Cam Ward wanted to go to the Titans? Probably not.
Well, I mean,
So,
again, in some of these cases, you can tell that a team is trying to, make the moves before you get there. With the Bears, they were making moves before Caleb Williams even got there, knowing that he was coming. They
oh
prepared.
yeah, yeah.
Carolina
Yeah,
Panthers, they were just
they traded
I
away. They were trading players.
I felt sorry for Bryce having to go to Carolina because they didn't do anything to like they knew they were gonna suck. And then they just threw him out there and of course with not having a team around him, it
And what do
wasn't
you
gonna look
expect?
good.
Um,
But
yeah, go ahead.
no, I'm just saying, but I mean you can kind of see they're taking steps now. I mean, they brought some players in, they just drafted a really good receiver, so we'll
So
see.
So how long of a stint do you give Caleb Williams? Because, like we've said 100 times, like I've said 100 times, the Bears did a lot in order to get him. They loaded up for him, and they won 4 games. I get it; the coach sucked, or however you want to put it.
True.
But at what point? So let's say they come out this year and win 6 games. Then what? What do you do? You can't fire Ben Johnson. He just got there.
Caleb Williams just has to play bad enough for them to say it's his fault.
If you want me to be honest with you, I don't know how well. I don't know what you're fixing to say, but I don't think he was ready.
I mean, is
In
anybody
in
ever
my
ready?
personal opinion, yeah, I think so.
In some cases, yeah, some players are ready, but some players really aren't, and you can tell.
I just think that. Let me rephrase what I said. I just think the pressure was so high for him. I
I
mean,
think
people were
I think
saying
their
that he was
team was
going to
just
take them
bad.
to the Super Bowl. But
Yeah, but
how?
people, their team was just bad. I mean, let's be real. Their team, skill player wise, they were good. Offensive line, poor. They didn't have a coach. Like we already been through this. Like it's not that I don't think there was pressure. I don't think he played terrible. He had his flashes. He had his bad moments. Yes, but he needed a coach last year to help ease him into the game
Yeah,
or the
you think they were
transition
just
to the
trying to make him
NFL.
do too much?
I think that they were trying to have him do too much on top of the fact that his offensive line wasn't that great. I mean, everything else was great. I mean, they had a good running back. Obviously, you got Caleb Williams. He's a talent. They had the skill positions in the receivers, but even good tight ends or a good tight end. But like it, other than that, like their defense was subpar. It's just it. I don't know. I don't know. I just think, yeah, he got a lot of hype, but that wasn't on him. He wasn't coming out here saying that he was going to do all this stuff. That was predetermined for him.
Yeah, yeah. But he kind of he didn't say it, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like they were trying to make him do too much.
I mean,
They were putting
um,
him. Here's examples. They're getting blown out, and he's back there getting killed. Why is he in the game? That's when they fired their coach. They were getting the break speed off of them by somebody, and Caleb Williams was back there getting sacked every play. Like,
yeah,
why is your franchise starting quarterback? I get it; he needs to play, but you're getting blown out. Why in the world is your franchise quarterback out here getting running around for his life? I'm sorry, but I think he'll be fine. I think he just needs to. He needs Ben Johnson. I think that they're going to be pretty decent. They should be pretty good.
yeah, they should be pretty solid together. I think he can definitely take the Bears or get them back to where they want to be.
So, well, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's basically all I got. Oh,
Yep.
basketball. What's on basketball?
Well, sorry, folks, we don't have we don't have enough time. We kind of took up all our
Oh,
time with It's all good though. It's all good though. We'll catch up on the basketball. Wherever we are, I'd imagine we'll probably be in the conference finals. Um, by the
yeah,
time we get back to the
game
basketball catch
7.
up, but just bear with us. But other than that, that's pretty much the end of this episode. If you made it this far in the video, you got anything you want to ask the people? Anything you want to ask the people out there? Questions, comments?
Who's your just schedule dropped? Who do y'all got winning the Super Bowl? Could be a wild card. Could be anybody. Little
All right.
predictions.
There you have it. Who y'all got winning the Super Bowl? Let us know. But until next time, we'll catch y'all on the next episode.